Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Long Dark. So today we are continuing the Nomad challenge. We still have a fire going. Oh, a minute left. Doesn't matter. And it is the crack of dawn, practically. Wrong buttons I'm hitting. 13 hours of daylight left. We do still have food poisoning, unfortunately, but we cannot sit around in the farmhouse for too long. We need to start moving. So we have quite a few places that we're going to need to go and stay and live for 3 days. So I don't know how difficult this is going to be, but we'll figure it out. So the first place that we're going to try to get to is we don't want to leave Pleasant Valley just to come back to Pleasant Valley. We want to get all the areas that we need to get done in Pleasant Valley first. So one of the areas I figured we should do is the, let's go ahead and look here. The radio control hut, which actually shouldn't be too far away or too hard to get to. So we're going to go there. That'll be the first place. And then we're just going to kind of focus on the Pleasant Valley area, which should be relatively interesting. Decent mitts. I don't know if I have any, actually. Let me check real quick, because that is important. Oh, which ones are better? Oh, those are much better. Oh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here. Man, we are going to be in a little bit of trouble with this food poisoning. It's going to be difficult. So we're going to work our way to the radio control hut, which is kind of in that direction a little bit. We'll see how it goes. No weapons, which is really nice. Is this the road? I guess this is technically the road. Yeah, the radio control hut isn't that far, I think. So we're going to try to head over there, and that will be the first place that we'll stay. So we have to stay. When I first saw this challenge, I think I misunderstood it. I thought you had to get to 15 different locations in 3 days. What you actually have to do is survive 3 days in all these different locations. So it should be relatively interesting. I'm not sure what they consider living. Like, do I need to be indoors? Does it count how long I've been indoors, or like, do I need to actually be inside that place? Is that how it works? Or just in the area? I don't really know. So we're going to try to figure that out. Hopefully this will be the first time that we get to one of the locations. So it should let us know what's going to happen, what's it going to be like. So yeah, the radio control hut is on this little cliff over here. So we're going to try to get to it. Also, computer lag. Might be time to restart my computer. It's been a while, so I do apologize if you see some frame rate drops here and there. My computer probably needs a good restart. It's been a while since it's restarted, and it's had a lot of videos made on it since then. Lots of birds up there. Huh. So anyway, I just want to talk really quickly about why some of the schedules on some of my videos have just been kind of crazy lately. That's because things have been pretty crazy. It's currently summer. Lots of things are going on. Good time to get out, do things. I'm doing a lot of things outside and away from my computer. Oh man, we are really. Good thing we need to spend 3 days at this location, because I didn't want to sleep off the food poisoning at that location if I was just going to end up having to stay somewhere else. So we're going to push on and see if we can do okay. We're exhausted though, so I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so yeah, things have just been crazy lately. I've been, working a lot with Polecat. We have our projects. I really enjoy getting out, working on a car or something like that. It just clears my mind. It's very nice and enjoyable. So sometimes it can kind of take away from, getting in and getting work done, and just, things go later than they plan. Like, I'm not always, I've always said with weekend videos now, I used to do them like all the time, but now I'm kind of just up in the air about like, yeah, I'll do weekend videos if I have a chance to do weekend videos. If I have videos without stressing myself too much, then yeah, sure, I'll throw them out on the weekend. It's not that big of a deal. But if I don't have anything, I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to kind of let it be, let it do its thing. I think this is the area that we need to climb up here. Trying to look. I think it is, yeah. Because we wouldn't need to go around there. Because I don't think that goes anywhere. So yeah, I think we go up here to get to it. I don't know. We'll find out. 86% on our condition, so we need to keep an eye on that, because that would be bad. So yeah, I always have plans. I realize, okay, well, I don't have, I'll finish off the weekend or something, or Polecat will contact me on like Thursday or Wednesday or something and say, hey, I need, help doing this, or would you like to come over here and help me or work on this or that or whatever. We have projects that we try to get done. So, I'm over there doing that, and I realized okay, well, I have enough videos through the rest of the week. I don't have any on the weekend, and I don't have anything for Monday. So I go, well, I got videos from now until Friday, so that's fine. I just won't do any weekend videos. I'm not too concerned about that. And then I always keep in the back of my mind, okay, I got to make sure I get stuff done for Monday. So Sunday, I still take that day off. I don't work that day, so I can just have a day to relax and enjoy it off and everything. So sometimes what typically happens is we'll plan to do something Sunday, or typically what we do is we plan to finish up some of the things that we are working on Sunday. Things that we've started working on the day before, or maybe even Friday. So it's just kind of a wrap up session of everything that we want to get completed. And on Sunday, I always think, okay, well, I'll head off early. I'll make sure I get home so I can, record my videos and get those done. And then something always ends up happening on Sundays where, I end up not getting home at a time that I thought I was going to get home, or, just something happens. Like a good example was last night we were working on Polecat's car. I was doing a little bit of work to mine, but mine finished up very easy. It wasn't a lot of work. I can't find the tower. I feel like I'm just kind of wandering. Maybe it's a little more this way. I feel like I just see it's also a little foggy. It's kind of hard to make out anything, but it should be around here somewhere. Hopefully. But anyway, so I will, I finished up my work. Polecat was doing some work on his car. And then, oh, there we go. There's a tower. That could be it. Could it? Possible. I don't know how that doesn't look like it's a enterable building. Just looks like a big tower. I don't know how I'm supposed to survive here, but I don't know. Let's check it out. So, yeah, so Polecat was doing some things to his car, and then he thought, well, let me just, he bought a new Crown Victoria not that long ago, so we've been trying to do little bits and things that have been wrong with it, and he wanted to rewire his front speakers. For some reason, his front speakers weren't working. Well, that job that we started at 9 p.m., which was like getting pretty close to when I wanted to kind of get wrapped up and go so I can get home and, do my videos and everything. Signal Hill. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, I kind of wanted to wrap up and get going relatively soon around that point. Well, I wanted to also help out, make sure everything went smoothly and was completed and done and all that. So, yeah, what I ended up doing was staying there, helping out, and it became much more of a job than we thought it was because the speakers were just totally fucked. So it ended up getting to the point where we were just practically pulling at strings trying to rewire everything. So anyway, blah, 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 after all this time. It just took a very long time for us to get that done, and I actually didn't get home till about 2 in the morning, which was a lot later than I planned. So that's kind of what keeps happening as I go, okay, I got to make sure I get Monday's videos done, and then Sundays end up going very long and very, late into the night and into the morning, and I get home and I just go, oh God, I'm just so exhausted, and I just don't work on anything, and that's what happens. And then I wake up in the morning, it's Monday, you guys are expecting videos, I wake up and typically record with Code Zero Monday morning, so that delays the time that I can start working on my single player stuff like the Long Dark and the Ellis VFR that are supposed to go out on Monday. And, I always have a plan during the week to kind of get those done. I like to make sure that Monday's videos are done before I go anywhere. And that's what I've typically been doing for, a good amount of time now. It's been a while since I've been YouTubing, but recently I just get so wrapped up in, what's going on. I think, well, I could take today, and I got videos done for a little while, not for Monday, but for the rest of the week, and then I kind of talk myself into like, well, it's okay, I can kind of like go off and help out and get some things done that have been needing to get done. Then next thing I know, it's Sunday, and I don't get home till 2 in the morning, and I, am exhausted and don't want to record. So that's kind of what keeps happening, or at least has happened the past like 2-3 Sundays, just us working on stuff, trying to get, things done and completed and everything. So I know it's just unimportant stuff and it doesn't make sense to you guys, but that's kind of what happens with me, at least, and why sometimes my Monday videos are late is just because I just get very far behind, unorganized, and just caught up in what else I'm doing, and it just I wake up Monday and go, shit, I didn't do my videos. And trust me, hunting rifle. Trust me, I beat myself up more than you guys. I know I always, occasionally I'll tweet out, sorry, trying to wrap up, get videos done, everything, and everyone always goes, oh, take your time, no worries, not that big of a deal. So yeah, I don't think you guys care. I know some people do. They want to really see videos, and I really want to bring that to them, but you got to know that, I'm human. I make mistakes, and I get wrapped up and busy with something else, and just don't think about, doing what I need to do sometimes, which is unfortunate, but, that happens. So I hope that kind of explains a little bit about, what goes on the weekends, why sometimes my Monday videos come out really, really late. Also, I get the occasional moments, too, where just technology will fail me. Something won't work right, or something doesn't act right, or something takes extra long to export or upload, or, encode or process, or, who knows. There's multiple different reasons, that I things get farther and farther pushed back into the day. I remember one LSPDFR, I had finished recording it by 2 p.m. Typically I put it out at 5. So I'm sitting there going, okay, it's 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. I think I can get away with, oh, nice. And a rifle cleaning kit. Awesome. So I said, yeah, well, it's 2 p.m. I can get away with editing this and then letting it encode and uploading it. And I should be able to get it out, maybe not at 5, but maybe close to 5. I didn't get that episode out until about 11 p.m. because of a mishap that my Elgato did. It just did not export my footage at a reasonable time. It took literally way too long to do. So it ended up that I almost missed a huge box of rifle ammunition. Sorry, I know. Ammunition is what I say constantly. GTA has ruined me, I know. But yeah, so that's kind of the gist of what's going on. So anyway, back to Long Dark related stuff. We've picked up quite a few things. I don't know how much of this is going to help us. Well, the gun is definitely going to help us, so let's just go ahead and load that. That is priority number 1. Okay, almost a full clip, missing 2, but we have quite a few rounds, which is really nice. Rifle cleaning kits, stuff like that. We have a lot of clothes here that we need to figure out what we're doing with. Also, what is this? Replace jeans? Are cargo pants better than jeans? I'm assuming they are. They seem like they are. That is definitely not... Oh, wait. Is that better? 2.7. Oh, God. That's terrible. Yep. Just one of those things. You gotta kind of... Wait, what shoes am I wearing now? I'm wearing new insulated boots. Yeah, that's not going to be beat by these. Alright, well, looks like the clothing we picked up isn't really much better than the clothing we already had, except for probably the cargo pants. That's about it. So, we can tear up all that clothing and fix some stuff, but man, our condition, we really need to get some rest. But it's only 10 hours of daylight left, so I don't want to sleep all day. I want to... And we're also not in a very good area for hunting. Yeah, I don't know. But let's go out and take a look at the view. Can we just, like, drop some stuff off somewhere? Here we go. Let's do this. Since we're going to be here for a little bit, let's go ahead and just take anything that we're not necessarily going to need right away, which is most of the stuff that we have on us. Oh god, there's always so much crap. There's always so much. Okay. I think we're... let's get all the bad clothing out too. That we don't need, that we want to break down later. There we go. I mean, we're always going to be encumbered, but at least we can help a little bit so we can move a little bit quicker. Because that speed's much better than it was before. I was about to say it was going to be really bad. So, but anyway, I want to go take a look at this view if it's possible. I'm hoping that the fog, the fog's cleared up a little bit. Yeah, it's not bad. What's the temperature like? Feels like 21 degrees. Feels like 11. And continuously feels like 11. So, not the worst. I just want to take a nice little quick view of Pleasant Valley. Wow. There it is. Pleasant Valley. Pleasant Valley is huge. Wow. You don't really even get a scale for how big it is until, hey, there are those birds. Pretty sure those birds are just scripted to kind of like, oh, that is a straight drop. Ooh, I got to admit, my hands are getting sweaty. I do not like heights at all. Oh, just seeing that footprint, how close to the edge it's. But yeah, Pleasant Valley is huge. There's the farmhouse. There's the Red Barn. The Red Barn is another area that we need to stay for 3 days, I believe, right? Yeah, barn, radio control hut. And then we have some other places around Pleasant Valley that we need to get. So we'll stay here for 3 days. Then we'll stay in the barn down there for 3 days. And then we'll figure it out. I'm just not sure what we're going to do for food. We don't have a crazy amount of food. But it also, I mean, maybe it's worth heading down. We're going to be here for 3 days, right? And it actually wasn't that difficult of a journey up here. So maybe it's worth heading back down and going and doing a little bit of hunting. Now that we have a gun with some ammo, I'm pretty confident that we can get ourselves something to eat. I don't think there's any spots for fishing, at least that I know of. So, yeah, working out. This is the first place, radio control hut. I'm not really sure how this works. I'm just going to go inside and try to rest. I don't want to sleep during the day, but there's not really much I can do. I just continuously decline in condition if I'm outside. So let's just get a couple hours of rest. I want to see if maybe it changes the stats too. Say, it says something about like, it's been like point something days since you've lived in the, see if it actually changes. 0.2. Okay, good. It actually does do that. Okay, nice. All right, so it's just a matter of how long I've literally been in here. So it's going to count the times that I've slept. I just don't know if it's going to count the times that that I'm in the area. I don't think it does. I think I literally have to be inside here to survive, which means I'm going to need some food. I can't be in here for a crazy amount of time and not get food, because right now our food situation it's okay. Not the worst. We got food. Not, a ton of it, but it's food. It's enough that it'll get us by. Drink some water. So, yeah, I think it should be relatively easy. Shouldn't be that bad. Did we get over? Okay, good. We got over our food poisoning, which is hands down the biggest thing. That is definitely not ideal. Oh, I woke up fully rested, and I don't know how much darkness there is left, and it's very dark. How are we doing? We're doing pretty good. Okay, well, I guess we're good here in the dark. Let's go and light a match so we can just see. All right. So, yeah, the radio control hut. This is where we'll be for 3 days. Like I said, I'm probably going to go hunting at some point just because now we have a gun. So it'll actually benefit us to go down there and get some food. That way we have a lot of meat. There's a fire pit out back that we can cook on, which is not the most ideal situation, but it'll work. So I think we're doing pretty good. We're at the first location, 3 days, then we move on to the next. So pretty good. Hopefully we can kind of, I don't know, do something. Maybe I'll play a little bit off camera and get through like 3 days on each location. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm really trying to crack down on myself to make sure I get these videos out on Monday at the time that I said I want to, which is typically noon on Monday Pacific Standard Time. So I'm really going to try to crack down on myself and make sure that I have that done before I go out on the weekend. So that way I'm not like trying to plan to get it done on Sunday and I don't, and then it's not there, and then it comes out really late on Monday, which is, what happens. So I do apologize, but I know you guys will understand because you're very understanding. So thank you guys a lot. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Remember to hit the like button. It really does help me out. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.